Just in case anybody's interested, this is how I'm doing candy boards this winter. I use all medium poly boxes, and I cut a 2-inch foam insert that fits inside the box. 2 long pieces in, the side piece goes in, pressure fits everything. So I have a 2-inch shim all the way around, made out of 1-inch foam board. Set my box aside, go to the hive, take off the outer cover or the lid. Bees are going to want to come up through that hole. I'm going to smoke them down. When I get them down, I'm going to tape a piece of newspaper over the hole. Now I can work without the bees coming out. The first thing I do is put down a big sheet of Reflectix. This is just a gasket because the box does not fit perfectly. It's got a hole cut in it. I put the box down. I now pour the sugar in. Be careful not to pour directly on the newspaper. Pour around it. It's okay if it spills in. It's just the force of it spilling can sometimes tear the newspaper. Once I get 5 or 6 or 7 pounds of newspaper in, I smooth it off a little bit just so that it doesn't have a top or a mound that will interfere. Then I take another piece of Reflectix, for which I have 2 things. I have a piece of plexiglass cut in a hole, and I have a little tab on the side. I fit that in over the top. It's going to seal that, and it's going to let me check in the wintertime to see if the bees are up on the candy board yet. And if I have to add more, I use this tab to lift the corner. So that fits in. Now I have 2-inch section of pink foam board that I have cut just smaller than the dimensions, and I put a little Reflectix on each side to make it fit. The Reflectix slides easier, and I also, as you see, have tabs that let me pull this out in the wintertime. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. If I want to look down and see if my bees are up on the candy board yet, or in late winter, if I want to add it. So I add that, put my inner cover back on, and move to my next colony.